I want you to take a look at this. This is why I came back to Asia after 12 years in the US. If you move from left to right, you see that most of the consumption share of the consumer class is actually moving from different shades of purple to different shades of yellow and brown. I want you to think for a second what it means actually. Because what it means is if most of your current customers are coming from different shades of purple or green, as we move from left to right, in the future, there is really no future for you. So unless you get customers from those yellow and different shades of brown and yellow, basically you wouldn't be able to grow. So this is one of the main reasons for us to focus on Asia. So this is a great opportunity for anyone who could actually be able to solve those to those India, China, and different parts of Asia. But not just India, not just China. I want you to understand that, because when we talk about Asia, we forget there are other countries other than India and China too. For example, Indonesia. Indonesia is going to add about 75.8 million people in terms of the middle class in the coming decade. Pakistan, 60 million people. Bangladesh, my country, about 60 million people. Philippines, about 40 million people. So if you think about this, it's important to understand that India and China are there, but there are lots of other countries in Asia potentially growing. So these are not small countries. Look at the size. Look at the number of middle class coming. So it's not just India or China. Now, what is the main problem? First thing is, it's not the same purchasing power. The customers in emerging Asia do not have the same purchasing power. Now, what does that mean? Now, this is a photo from Cambodia. Now, I want you to understand what it means. Think about the COVID that we just had this pandemic, right? AstraZeneca's vaccine is cheaper than Pfizer's and Moderna's and doesn't require super cold temperature. Now, what does that mean? Let's say Bill Gates, in one of his charitable moments, decided to give everybody free vaccines, free malarial vaccines, free all kinds of vaccines. But let's say those vaccines need to be refrigerated at a very cold temperature. If you don't have electricity, all of this would be completely lost. So even if somebody gives you free vaccine, if it is not really robust to the atmosphere, infrastructure, it has no value. So you have to think about the needs customers have within the context. So the challenge is how to provide 80% value at 10% of the price. So this is the first question. If you want to grow in this part of the world, it's 80% value at 10% of the price.